Hi everyone, thanks for watching Access Hockey MI. We are back again, and today we're going to talk about one of our favorite ever teams ever in the world. That would be the Muskegon Lumberjacks.
They should be your favorite.
They should be your favorite, and
we'll
tell you why. So the Muskegon Lumberjacks started their season. Of course, the season's been started.
It's on
So
now.
they started their season. So we were kind of reflecting on last season, and Rachel had just posted an article on our website, which you should go check out, about last year's team and how great of a run they had. They went further in the Clark Cup finals or playoffs than they had ever had before, which was a huge milestone for that team, which was great. And now this season it's new, fresh faces. So many of the guys from last season are gone, drafted or in college with other teams. And so we were just kind of reflecting on what it would take to make another strong run like that and even get a Clark Cup. So why don't you talk about our 3 favorites from last year that we think really influenced the team, and then we're going to talk about a few guys this season that we think are really going to propel the team.
Well, first things first, we love them all.
Yes.
It was really cool being a part of the team at that time. We've been with the Lumberjacks for about 3 seasons now, which is really, really cool to see how it's developed since then. But last season, their record was 41-17-3, which is the best record they've had in franchise history.
Very exciting.
So absolutely incredible accomplishment for them.
You could tell. You knew when they got on the ice they were going to play to win.
Yeah, and the atmosphere that Coach Mike Hamilton created in that team, too, and the team, they just had such chemistry. The first one that really stood out, and we've talked about these guys before, Egor Afanasyev. He was drafted by the Nashville Predators this past draft. He was a huge asset on the forward line. He had a lot of PK and power play time. He had 62 points in 52 games, which obviously he can score.
It shows he not only that, but he was really strong.
Yeah.
The team from last year had a huge work ethic. They were work horses. So it really showed up in their gameplay and in how they won a game, how they just kept on the team that they were playing. So that was always great to see.
For the forward line, I would say between him and our other person, they really let it out, and I think they set the standard for the rest of the team, along with all the other guys, of course. And they had excellent captain leadership as well. So I think he was a huge part of why that team was so successful last season.
The second one that we would say was a huge success for the Lumberjacks would be Mikael Hakkarainen. He had started off the season last year in college and ended up coming back, which was huge for the Lumberjacks. It was a huge asset for them to have him back. And he ended up getting 47 points in 42 games, which clearly that's super great.
And I think he even missed a lot of the games he missed because he had concussions.
Yeah, for protocol. So he is concussion prone. He got injured, I believe it was the season before last or last season.
Yeah, the season before last.
Where it really affected him. So, when that happens to a player, you get hit in the head, you take a game off, you take protocol, that kind of stuff. So Hakkarainen, he's another one of those workhorses, super quick, gets in your nerves, gets right in between.
He's irritating sometimes.
Right in front of the net to score all the time. So he was another one that we remember from last season.
Absolutely. He's been drafted by the Chicago Blackhawks, so you'll be seeing a lot of him lately. He's currently with the Rockford IceHawks.
AHL Rockford IceHawks. So keep track of that guy.
Definitely. And then for the defensive line, a lot of things have changed in this season's team, but last season they had Alex Yakovenko. So he was an overager at that point, so he couldn't remain even if they wanted him to, which they did.
Right. We all did.
Yeah, absolutely. But he is, I would say, outside of his ability, he had 52 points in 56 games for a defenseman. He broke every franchise record for scoring for a defenseman. He was constantly on the USHL's top player of the week. I think it was 3 or 4 times.
He played with a lot of poise. He did. He knew exactly where to place the puck. He knew how to make good plays. And him not being there this year is, I think, very noticeable. Yeah. He's right now with a Russian team over in Russia, so that's super cool that he gets to still play.
He's back home now.
Yeah, he's back home, so that's super cool. But as a defenseman, 52 points, 56 games,
it's just outrageous.
That's unreal.
But you could tell, though, whenever he was a very smart, like you said, a poise player, but he was very smart with it, too. He was not flippant at all. He controlled it. He'd be along the boards and just deking his way so calmly out of everything.
Good hitter, too.
Yeah.
So those...
I remember pointing out how he hits.
Yeah, so those three guys, and that's just 3 of the team last year. There's countless others that we could name that really contribute. Of course, it's a team effort.
We should probably just do a video of all of them.
We'd love to. That'd just take forever. So this season, looking at this crop of guys, and it's so early still to see, but I think immediately you can see those who are going to really impact the team, or who are expected, I would say, to impact the team. So one of those guys would be Alex Gaffney, he was on our team last year as well. This year, or last season, he did 22 points in 57 games. So that's a pretty decent.
Yeah, it was his rookie. I think he had just turned 16.
Yeah, so. Pretty decent amount of points for that many games. We did an interview with him last season as well, so go check that out if you have a minute.
Super sweet kid, too.
Really great player, though. He is one of those that let's just say he is smaller than most of the guys he plays against. It doesn't affect him at all.
He's so good.
He's still going to go after the puck. He's still going to go after the guy who has the puck. And I think that's a great
He's
thing
another
to
one
have.
of those poised players.
Definitely.
And
Smart,
already
smart.
it's early in the season, but he's already really stepped out. And they're getting more ice time. That's what we saw from 17 to 18 and 18 to 19. All these players that didn't have as much time, they got more and they produced.
Which is why leagues like this are super cool to watch, is because you see the guys who didn't get a ton of ice time have to step it up now, and they're the stars now. So that's cool.
Another one, we just got him this season, and again, like she said, the roster's going to change a lot, but I don't think these guys are going anywhere.
Right.
Alex Konovalov, I think that's how you say it. I'm hoping that's right. He's actually not an import. He's from the States, so that's...
An import.
Well, that's what they call them. They're imports. They're only allowed to have a certain
Sounds
amount
like food.
outside of Canadians. Canadians are exempt, fun fact. But he's another one, too, that he really sparked our interest. One of the games we just went to recently, he's a gritty guy.
Yeah.
He really gets into it. He's very physical, but he's also a playmaker. He had tallied a few points, and you can tell that he's also one of those workhorse types that's really going to try to pull the team where they need to go.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be an enormous asset going forward in the next couple of weeks, kind of figuring out what line works for him. And Hamilton, I think, is going to really try to push him to see what he can get
I think he's already got, like you said, he's new to the team this year, but he's already got a lot of star power in him.
Yep.
And I think that's going to be great going forward. And then Oliver MacDonald Oliver MacDonald was on our team last year as well. He got 27 points in 53 games. So also, that's good point producing. That's not bad at all.
He didn't get as much ice time as he's
I was just going to say he was kind of a sleeper last year because there were all those other guys who were getting a lot of ice time, but this is the season for him to step up and really make a difference on the team. And I think he's got the fire in him, and I think that really propels him forward.
And he's also Ali is now an alternate captain. He shares the captaincy with Nashville and Heiss, who's he's a returning Lumberjack. So I think that for him is a huge motivator. Some players, they might not take it to heart as much, but I think that's something that's going to really impact his game and how he plays it.
Just to wrap this up, I really think that a lot of the success of the Lumberjacks does come from the coaching of Mike Hamilton, because he himself is a workhorse. His team is going to be as well. And I think a team that really pushes themselves, pushes each other, works hard together, works hard for a common goal, that team's going to be unbeatable. And I think that's what Mike Hamilton really makes in his
Well, you can
culture.
tell and we've talked to him a bunch of times. He's a good friend of ours, and whenever you talk to him, it's it's about the team. He wants the guys to fight for each other, and it's that common goal.
And they all know that too. They all have that in them too.
Oh, they all love him.
So so that's kind of what we think. So the 3 people from last season that we thought were really super great for the success of the team, and then 3 guys we think you should watch for this year. And of course, we're probably going to watch another game and say, these guys too. So watch the Muskegon Lumberjacks. Keep up on the USHL.
Also read the piece, because I go a little bit in depth about what they're going to be needing beyond the players this season.
Yeah, so that would be found on accesshockeymi.com. So you should go look at that. Look at all of our other videos. We will be posting new interviews of some current players, because we love to do that with you guys too. And go read our website. We spend a lot of time on it.
She spends a lot of time on pictures.
I do.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyways, thanks so much for watching as always, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.